Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Fifthcast, and today we're going to continue the battle of the telcos. Recently we were talking about M1, Sing Tel, and today we're going to talk about StarHub, and with me today is Victor. Hi Victor.
Hi everyone.
Alright, so as we all know, the fourth telco is going to come online in Singapore really soon, and we want to find out how the three current telcos are going to handle this new competitor that's coming, this new kid on the block basically. Alright, so we covered Singtel, we covered M1, and today we're going to cover StarHub. Alright, so first things first, let's go straight into the business model of StarHub and how basically they make money from that business. Alright, so Victor, tell us a bit more about StarHub.
Okay, basically StarHub is the third telcos in Singapore. I will call them the latecomer, okay, to the telco industry. But eventually they managed to go from the third position all the way to the second position. Okay, and their business model actually comprised of 5 parts. Okay, firstly the mobile, cable TV, broadband, fixed network, and sales of equipment. Okay. So let me go to their main part, which is the mobile. Okay, which account about 52% of their total revenue. And like the rest of the telco is totally the same. Postpaid, prepaid, that is the business model. So I think I have explained it.
I don't think we need to go deeper into this because basically they make money from prepaid SIM cards and postpaid SIM cards as well. And I'm a StarHub user.
I'm also a StarHub user
myself. Alright, so I like StarHub a lot. Alright, so this is the mobile segment. Let's move on to the next one.
The next segment is actually their cable TV segment, their second largest, which accounts about 16.3% of their total revenue. And what this segment do is actually it was formed ever since the merger of StarHub and Singapore Cablevision.
SCV.
SCV is used to be the I think the only paid TV operator in Singapore at that point of time. So in 2002 they I think they managed to persuade each other and they start to
or maybe the government persuaded them to come together.
So they merged. And this become one of the StarHub core strategy, the hubbing strategy. Later I will talk more about it.
Alright. So this is hubbing strategy that StarHub uses for their marketing and how they basically do their product offers. So we're going to go deep into that. So basically now they have this cable TV segment.
Precisely. I mean, which is you pay for the TV services.
Discovery channels, your entertainment,
your Hong Kong dramas and all this kind of thing.
So this is the cable TV that we've all been very used to for so many years in Singapore. I used to be our football as well, but that got stolen by Singtel.
I'll talk more about that
later, which I'm not too happy about. But anyway.
So their third largest segment is actually their fixed network, which is account about 15.8% of their total revenue. And the fixed network, I would say, is the backbone of the StarHub infrastructure. He actually builds bring out the bandwidth and the connectivity for all the customers.
So basically this is the infrastructure that they have, this cable lines, they have the fiber optic lines that they basically string across the entire nation. And this is the fixed network.
Correct. And they actually provide these services to corporates, enterprise business, and also some to consumer, And actually along the way they actually expand into what we call the business enterprise, where they provide cloud services and business solutions to small SME to MNC also. So the management says that this segment is going to be their next key growth driver.
And they basically have the infrastructure to support the growth in this area. They're very well.
They are growing very fast, and this is a new addition to their hubbing. Later I'll talk more about it. So their last two segment, which is the smaller segment, which is the broadband, account 8.5%, and the sales of equipment, which accounts 7.6%. So basically broadband is simple, residential broadband. That means your house, internet, all this they provide.
The Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi and all this kind of thing. As for the sales of equipment, is similar to M1, sales of mobile phone, but maybe I don't think they sell as much as M1 sell. So
so M1 has a very huge chunk of their revenue comes from the sale of mobile phones and all that, but StarHub not so. But they do it as well.
They do it as well.
Alright. So this is basically all the business segments of StarHub, and here comes the really unique thing about StarHub. So tell us a bit more about StarHub's hubbing strategy.
Basically, if you look at the article below, there's a diagram which I drawn out. And the hubbing currently the hubbing strategy only comprised of the mobile, cable TV, and broadband. Basically, what StarHub do is they actually bundle up all these services, right, and market it to the customer. So the more services you use with StarHub, the better value you get. That means the lower price discount.
They basically bundle all the services together, and if you do that as a customer, you get a better deal.
Yes, correct.
Right.
And because they do that, right, it causes a sticky factor to the customer. So if you manage to get all the 3 services, right, unlikely it's very hard for you to shift out.
It's less likely for you to shift to M1 or Sing Tel, because you're using everything from StarHub.
Yes, correct. And this hubbing strategy actually gives them 4 benefits. First, I'll call them the less churn rate,
which is the stickiness of the
thing. Okay, so the churn rate actually measures the percentage of the customer that stop using Start services and move on to the other telcos. Okay, so the lesser the numbers are good. So for this hubbing strategy, right, it helps them to get about less than, I think, if the person use 3 of their services, right, I think the churn rate is only as low as 0.9%.
Wow.
It's
so
very
basically,
low.
if you're a hubber, I'm a hubber myself. And my mom's a hubber as well. So we get our broadband, our mobile, and our TV from StarHub, and we've been using for I think 10 years.
Yes.
And so basically the churn rate is less than 1%.
It's very low. As long as you get more and more their service, you get more and more sticky. So later I'll show you example at the lower next.
So this hubbing strategy basically, one of the advantages is a very low churn rate.
Yes, correct.
Right.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Okay, the next one is actually more cost efficient. Okay, so example, if they want to advertise on the newspaper, if you have multiple products, right, you usually advertise one product at one.
So you basically have different advertisements of different products.
Yes, correct. So because they hub it and they bundle it together, right? So when they market, right, they market multiple products in one advertisement.
So basically bundle the whole thing.
Yes, bundle the whole thing. So they actually save up on their marketing costs. Okay. This is the second thing. The third thing is actually cross-selling. Okay, because some of their customers, okay, who have cable TV may not be using StarHub. Mobile. So for instance, my mom, they apply for StarHub cable TV, but they don't use StarHub mobile. They're using Sing Tel. So it allows, but the StarHub got their database. So it allows StarHub to cross-sell to them, and because of this cross-selling, right, it actually reduces the marketing cost. Unlike M1 or Sing Tel, they have to compete
just on the
and capture. So because they cross-sell that, the acquisition cost per customer actually reduce. Alright, so this is the third advantage. The last advantage is it actually increase the average revenue per user. Okay, so in the telco industry, right, they every time use this term called average revenue per user per month. That means each user, right,
generates
how much revenue for you. So the more service they get, right, the average revenue per user actually increase.
It's going to go up.
So what they want to do is they want to focus on whacking on their hubbing strategy.
They're whacking me. So, but basically, they want to. I mean, the more services that a customer subscribes to, the higher average revenue per user. So it just makes sense to basically cross-sell and get all the customers in the database to use more of the stuff.
Yes, correct.
It's very complementary.
So if you look at the diagram that I draw, you realize that the business services, right, is dotted. Okay. This is what their future strategy they will do. Okay. So now the mobile, cable TV and broadband is the consumer side. Okay. So now they want to merge their consumer and the business enterprise together.
Okay. How is this going to work?
So how this is going to work is if you are a hub user and you increase another service, let's say you're already hubbing. Okay. And you want to increase your hubbing. For instance, you run your own business and you want your business to use StarHub also. So it will give you a better value. It's the same thing. It's just that it's more services only. At a better value at a discount rate.
So basically, if you're already as a retail customer,
correct.
You are a hubber. You have the mobile, you have the cable TV, the broadband. Basically, you can say, hey, I'm an entrepreneur as well. I own a business. Can I hub everything together? And they'll give you a better deal.
Correct.
So this is what StarHub plans to do
correct.
for their hubbing strategy.
In the near future. They haven't do yet. So this is
possible
upside.
In the pipeline.
In the pipeline.
Alright.
Okay. So So with that, I believe you have come to roughly know what is the whole business model about StarHub.
Okay.
And now I think we're going to move on to the sixth thing you should know about StarHub.
Yes.
Okay?
So basically, the 6 things we need to know about StarHub when the fourth telco
Yeah.
is going to come online in Singapore, and how prepared is StarHub going to be? All right. So let's dive into the 6 things we need to know.
Firstly, like I said, the hubbing strategy that you're using, right, is a very sticky factor. So if you look at the table that I drawn below, you realize there's this three thing called single household, double household, and triple household. Okay, basically single household is single service household. That means that household they only use one product, one services of StarHub.
Like for example, just cable TV.
Just cable TV. Okay? So double service they probably use mobile and cable TV. Triple service that means they use basically everything: the internet, the cable TV, and the mobile.
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at what StarHub trying to focus on, they're trying to focus on making everybody using triple service household.
Yes.
So every time when people use triple service household, they are hubbing. Okay.
Yes.
So that's their term.
Okay.
If you realize that they are hubbing customers, right, the triple service one, right, is actually increased from 107,000 customer all the way to 242,000 customer. Okay, that's their hubbing index. Okay. It actually went up. So, and you can realize that single service and double service are the one that keep reducing throughout the years. Okay.
Alright. So the strategy is working in a sense.
Working, yes, correct. So basically, the triple service household are much more loyal customer to StarHub. Right? Yes. They don't move out to other telcos. They already been. It's a sticky factor that they already stick to them. Okay. So there's a high switching cost for them to switch, so they don't switch.
Alright.
Okay. Next is
Mio TV.
Mio TV, yes.
I don't like this.
Yeah, okay.
It's
So
in
in 2007,
the Singtel.
The Singtel actually came out with Mio TV.
Yeah.
And I believe in 2010, I think.
Okay.
They won the Premier League.
The rights to broadcast the Premier League.
The Barclays Premier League, the English football. Okay.
Yes.
And that was precisely what StarHub used to own the rights. Okay.
Yes.
Before it was snatched over by Singtel.
Outbidded.
Outbidded by Singtel. And StarHub have been very careful when they do the bidding.
Yes, yes.
Because they don't want to. Because when there's competition coming and people are bidding it for the same rights, right, the cost will increase.
Yes.
So eventually, I believe StarHub have give up on the rights because of the cost went up too high.
Yeah, because Singtel basically went crazy with the bid.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and it passed down the cost to consumers.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, I'm not happy about it. But okay, let's just get back to the point.
Okay, so when if you look at the table below, you realize that the average revenue per user, right, for the cable TV actually went down from 2009 from $56 to $252. That's where Singtel actually won the thing.
The rights, yeah.
So the Barclays Premier League is one of the major contributor to StarHub's
Cable TV.
Cable TV.
Yes.
So in order to retain their customer, right, they actually provide like Spanish League, other sports channel to all these sports group customer at a 50% discount.
Okay.
Which is why you can see that the average revenue per user actually dropped.
Yeah, because the English football is so popular here in Singapore.
Yeah.
That people basically had to move over.
Yes, correct.
To Mio.
I believe Adam, you moved over.
Yeah, I moved over and I don't like it. But now they have this cross-carriage thing, so I'm back to StarHub. But I think my money still goes to Singtel. Yeah, somehow.
So in 2011, the Media Development Authority of Singapore (MDA) actually wants the telco to fight among each other. So they actually came out with this cross-carriage measure, which means that whoever bid for the exclusive had to share that exclusive with the other telco.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And StarHub, personally, they view this as a positive sign.
Yes.
Okay. Because it don't allow the telco both of them to aggressively bid up the price.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they just once they have this advantage to both of them, right? They actually can just focus on customer experience and giving the customer better TVs and all.
Yeah, and not raise the price so high that we all feel a bit cheesed off by this whole thing.
Yes, correct.
So, but for me as a consumer, I'm just sharing that the moment this cross-carriage thing came on, I just cancelled my Mio TV.
So you go back StarHub?
I went to StarHub. I'm now at StarHub. I have my Premier League football again, and I'm happy about that. So this cross-carriage thing is a great thing for consumers.
Can you see this is how...
This is on the ground. I'm a customer.
So Adam has actually shows you how the hubbing strategy really work, because his house is hubbing already. So now you have to jump back to StarHub. Okay, so there's a sticky factor to that.
So Sing Tel cannot win my heart. So basically, this is the cross carriage thing. For
this first thing. Second thing is, despite the entrance of Mio TV in 2007, their customer database for their cable TVs are still growing. So in 2007. It's about 500,000. It grows all the way up to 542,000. So it's still a growing base for them. So they are still the first mover advantage.
They're still the leader in this area.
So it's very hard to beat them on this. Whereas the M1, they don't have this thing in there. So they still have some advantage over Singtel.
All right. Okay, let's move on to the third point then.
So the third point is disruptive technologies, like WhatsApp and all this kind of thing coming in to disrupt their whole industry. Of course, StarHub is similar to Singtel. They actually, Singtel have their innovate fund which to invest in upcoming digital companies. Okay, so StarHub have their i3. iCube, I would say. iCube division. To find new engine growth for StarHub through investing in those digitals and technology companies in Asia.
So basically the same thing as Singtel's Innovate.
Yes, correct. So I don't see M1 having it, but I see StarHub having it.
So StarHub is moving into this area because it's a new growth area for...
They know that there's a threat in this industry, they have to do something about it.
And they might as well join. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yes, correct.
Alright, so StarHub is in this area as well.
Okay, so the fourth thing is a very interesting thing. StarHub in 2013 changed their CEO. Their retired CEO is called Neil
Montefiore.
I
don't know how to pronounce this.
He was actually previously the M1 CEO. He worked in M1 since 1996 to 2009 as a CEO. In M1. So when he jumped over to StarHub in 2010 and he managed all the way to 2013, it's actually, I felt it's an advantage to StarHub. Imagine you hire a CEO that runs in your competitor company for 12 years, and this guy knows the inside out of the whole company of your thing. So I believe when he's in there, there's possibility that he actually built a structure that could defend the competitor. So now he actually hand over the helm to actually Tan Dong Chai, the new CEO.
So basically, it's a huge competitive advantage for StarHub because they know, the CEO knows how the previous company, the competitor has been
operating.
So not good for M1, but very good for StarHub.
Yes, definitely.
Alright. Let's go into the fifth point then.
Next is the broadband segment. The broadband segment has been very, very competitive in Singapore especially. You can see that StarHub broadband is still increasing. The user is increasing, or probably stagnant. But the average revenue per user actually decreased from $57 to $36.
That's quite a drop actually.
That's a drop because of the very competitive industry now. But the management actually not worried about this because this is only a small part of their revenue. It's only account 8.5% of their total revenue. But what the management says is they want to focus more on the hubbing. They want to convert as many of the customer into hubbers. As long as they become a hubbers, it's hard for them to go up.
Very much less likely to move.
So competition to StarHub is never new. If you read the past 10 years and report, you realize it is always there. And there's always been competitor trying to reduce the price and cut off StarHub. But StarHub never focus on reducing the price. What they do is they always focus on how can I bring more value to the customer? I increase more content. I increase like for instance cable TV, they'll increase more channels for the customer. Mobile, they increase the bandwidth, they increase the what. So that's what they focus on instead of fighting in price. They don't believe in fighting in price. So that's one advantage I see in StarHub management. Which a lot of the management out there, they just focusing on lowering the price, and that in a short run you might get the market share, but in the long run, right, it doesn't build a very strong moat business. Okay.
So StarHub has been doing it the right way for the last many years.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So now come to the last point. The sixth point is actually like I mentioned in my previous point in M1.
Yeah.
Okay. The IDA actually changed the regulation to reduce the number of prepaid card that per customer can use. Okay, from 10 to 3. Okay. So this not only affect M1. I'm showing you here is because it affects across the whole industry.
So it affects all three telcos.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So if you look at StarHub, you can see that the prepaid customer actually dropped from 1.141 million all the way to 0.867.
That's a huge drop as well.
That's a huge drop.
As well.
But the interesting part about StarHub is if you realize some of the years, right, the prepaid segment actually the prepaid card actually more than the customer is more than the postpaid. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's probably they are
pretty interesting.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Probably they are very favorable to the foreign worker industry and the tourists. I read about the annual report. They say that they attract by increasing more values, give free incoming calls, give all this. So it actually attracts a lot of people getting their service. Yeah.
So it kind of fits overall with the strategy, because instead of, as you said, going to a price war,
Yes.
they rather keep the prices there, or and
focus on adding value.
Yeah, add more value, so customers are happy that way. I think it's a good strategy overall. No one wants to own a company that's always cutting its prices.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the fourth telco ever come in, okay, probably StarHub still got some way to buffer them from the fourth telco through their hubbing strategy.
Yes.
Okay, because they have other segments like cables, cable TVs, and broadband, and of course they are the market leader in cable TV. Now Sing Tel can't beat them on that. Okay, so they have this advantage over definitely over M1.
Yeah,
I would say. Yeah.
All right. So overall, these are the 6 things we need to know about StarHub.
Yeah.
So overall, I think they're doing very well with their hubbing strategy. They're going to keep it in moving forward into the future, far into the future.
Yes,
I'm
definitely.
sure. All right. And it looks like as if even if the fourth telco comes in, StarHub is very prepared to handle the new competition that's coming on board, because they don't fight on price.
Yes.
And they don't just offer mobile services. They have broadband, they have cable TV, and what they offer is something more than what M1 offers and what maybe the new telcos will offer.
Yes, correct. But definitely they will going to get hurt. So that's we cannot even avoid that.
Yeah. But basically we want to know, out of the 3 current telcos, which one is best position to handle the fourth telco that's coming on board. So it looks as if M1 is out of it. Yeah,
M1 is out.
It's pretty clear.
It's very competitive for them.
And it's just basically a toss-up between StarHub and Sing Tel. So we're going to cover this in our next article.
The next article will talk more about financials.
Financials as well of the three
telcos.
And then we're going to wrap it up about
with a summary
of article. What's going to happen when the fourth telco is coming on, and which telco is best.
Yes, correct.
To be, if you're going to invest in any of the
what you should look at,
what you should look out for, and which one you should go for, basically. I guess. All right. So again, thank you so much, Victor. This has been another episode of Fifth Class, and thank you, Victor.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you for watching this, and I hope you learned something through our article and through this interview as well. So watch out for the next Fifth Class, and we'll see you around.
See you around. Bye.
Bye.